My name is Samuel. This is Sungay land. From the river to the flatlands to the mountain to the ocean, this is Sungay country. May you all be well in this place. Thank you.
And the symbol I chose was Barabong, the gum tree. And the way these resemble me is because I'm resilient, I can reach for my goals, and I'm giving to my community. Thank you.
Barigrang. A praying mantis is a helpful animal in order to protect his family. A praying mantis is a healthy eater in order to teach his siblings and his family to eat healthy. A praying mantis, to me, is a symbol of when I say it, I get good luck, and I'm proud of it to be my title. Thank you.
My symbol is the mutu, the red-bellied black snake, and it protects its youngs or tortorials. They can swim, and like the red-bellied black snake, I can protect and move from different environments, and they can swim. Anyway, Samuel. My symbol is the dolphin, Buddha. The dolphin is caring for its family. The dolphin is a skillful hunter. The dolphin is territorial. Like the dolphin, I am territorial. Like the dolphin, I am a skillful hunter. And like the dolphin, I am caring for my family.
The goanna, and it has lots of strength like I am, and it is real sneaky, and it reaches for its dreams like I do. Thank you.
The symbol I chose is my chosen Bilbam, the wedge-tailed eagle. The wedge-tailed eagle reaches for the sky. It's protective about its family and it's fight for its family. Like the wedge-tailed eagle, I will reach for the sky to achieve my goals, be protective about my family, and be provided for my family.
Hayden. Today I'm talking about Dunui, the sun. The Dungari are the morning star people. I chose the sun because it brings light, it tells the time, and it keeps growing. Like the sun, I bring light by helping others. I am organised, and I keep growing. Thank you.
Dungay Nui Quinton. My symbol is Euporinia, the caterpillar. I chose it because it can eat well, camouflage, and turn into a butterfly. I can eat well, I can blend in with others, and I can have the potential to reach for my dreams.
Dungu Niue, Fred Kelly, otherwise known as Gada. Gada means uncle. I want to tell you a bit about this Brospeak program, which has been going for the last 9 weeks. And essentially it's a cultural education program. And you would have noticed that a lot of the boys spoke in language when they came up here. That's very basic. It's all about how you relate to other people respectfully. And I want to welcome you all here today. It's really good to see that you've come along to celebrate along with your family. And it's good to see Councillor Dean Saul here. And there are others turning up. I know that my boss, Paula Skinner, should be along soon. Well, what we did over the 9 weeks is we actually had some male mentors come in, and they spoke about their experiences. Like we had Sam who came in, we had Aaron Ralph, we had Sam came in and talked about how to get work and all that sort of stuff, and we had Richard Campbell talk about his spirituality and how he actually got his job. We had Richard Kelly come in and talked about healthy relationships, and Aaron came back again and talked about conflict resolution, and we also had him come in and talk about problem solving. So the boys have had a pretty good experience over the last 9 weeks, and each of those weeks we actually went through what we were going to do as an art project, and this is their art project. And you'll notice that what the boys said when they first came up here, they've actually got their symbol somewhere on this poster. And they researched the Dunghutti word for it, so they've actually learned a little bit of language at the same time. One of the things that's really important that we need to do is make sure that our kids get access to our culture. It's been proven, and if you look at all the writings by the educational experts, they'll say that if the kids are grounded in their own culture, then they do much better at school. And that's what we're trying to do now. I want to tell you how these boys got selected to get on it, because this is really important. All of these boys have over 90% attendance and no suspensions. So we set the bar high this year. There were a few others that were a part of the program, but they fell off. 2 boys were suspended. We made a group decision, and that decision was the criteria would still apply. Because they were suspended, they could not participate any further in the program. That was a very responsible decision made by these young boys, and I actually congratulate them on making that decision, because it's not an easy one. They're talking about some of their colleagues. They're talking about the boys that they associate with. They made the decision that the group rule would apply, and that worked out really well. I suppose the disappointing part about it is we had some Year 8 boys that had really good attendance and those suspensions. They chose not to come and participate in the program. So the eventual aim was to set up a thing called Bingai and Dingai. That is in Dunghutti, it means big brother and little brother. So the concept was that we would get some Year 8 boys that would work with some Year 6 boys that would look after them from day one in the schools. Now these boys are going to 2 high schools, either Melville High or Kempsey High. And they know that I'm going to be there on day one next year. I will be at Kempsey High in the morning, at Melville High in the afternoon, to make sure that everything's okay. And I hope that they have a really good, safe holiday. Part of my role at Durry, and I'm fortunate that I've got a really good boss. She's allowed me to continue with this program, and my position is Safety and Wellbeing Officer. We've already spoken about safety at the beach and in the river over the holidays, which is not all that far away. So it's about keeping them safe for when they return to school next year. But I've been really glad to be a part of this. Thank you to Arthur. Arthur's the Department of Education centre point for all this sort of stuff, and I've been the elder and the mentor, and I've seen these boys grow. There were 3 things that we actually concentrated on, and we're talking about some really old cultural ways of doing stuff. We talked about having a strong mind, which some people would say having a healthy mind. We spoke about having a healthy body, well, a strong body, healthy body, and strong spirituality. They were the 3 things. And if you meet anyone that's really, really strong in those 3 areas, they'd be the sort of person that you'd be very proud to meet and associate with. So these boys know that, and they've been using these principles for the last 9 weeks, so I congratulate them. Thanks for turning up, and Arthur will want to say something next, but congratulations, boys, and thanks.
My job is to say thank you to lots of people. I'd like to thank the Kempsey Local Aboriginal Land Council for allowing us to use this site. So when we say Dunghutti Gutun Ditton Buddy, this is Dunghutti land. This is Dunghutti land. This land belongs to the Land Council. We're standing on land that's got an unbroken connection of thousands of years. I think that's important when we think about the venue that we chose. So I'd like to thank the Land Council for their support. I'd like to thank Durry for their support. So Durry provided the marquees, they've provided staff. They've really, really hugely supported this program because it aligns with their health goals for building a healthier community. I'd like to thank the principals and the teachers of the schools that have participated in this program for being flexible enough to allow us to run it. West Kempsey School for providing chairs and guest speakers and support. Thank you, Uncle Mel, who came and talked to the students on the second session about connecting to country. So the program has been about strong cultural roots, but also things like time management, goal setting, things about Whitefellow Way as well. One of the things we've talked about is the need for the boys to walk in different worlds, like the turtle that we referred to, that can go on land and in water. Because one of the skills that these guys are going to need as they get older is to adapt to different environments. What you behave like at school, when you're in your community, when you're with your mates playing footy, there's different rules, and they need to be able to learn to change and adapt to that. I'd like to thank the parents and carers for trusting us enough to come in and take cultural and trust that the kids are going to be culturally safe with us, that what we're going to be teaching is appropriate, and trusting us with your kids. Thank you very, very much. I'd like to thank all the organisations that have supported. So West Kempsey with guest speaker Uncle Mel, Aboriginal Employment Strategy with Sam. We had a male guest speaker from Burundallai talking about relationships. We've talked about goal setting and conflict resolution. Each week we've had an Aboriginal man, a Dunghutti man, coming in and telling his story, bravely sharing the challenges, because like the gum tree here, we've made it clear to these boys, life's not going to be so easy. Life's not just going to be a breeze. Tough stuff's going to happen, and you need to be resilient like that gum tree and survive the bushfires and grow stronger. And most lastly, I'd like to thank the boys. The amount that I've learnt from those boys and their courage in coming here, their persistence in coming here, where other kids have dropped out because of this or that reason. There's always an excuse not to be involved, but they've made that choice. Some people have made other choices, and it's fine that people do make choices. It's great that they've got the opportunity for choices, but these started off with 16, and now we're down to 8. Okay, because our high school guys didn't really engage, but that's all right. So we've got these 8 boys who have shown the leadership and the quality to come through, and I'm very, very proud of all of them. And so now it's my honour to be able to give them a certificate of participation. So Uncle Fred and Jeremy, would you like to come out and help? I'll introduce Jeremy too. Jeremy's been the mentor on the program, and thank you all to Villa School for lending us Jeremy for the 10 weeks. Ask Jason to come up and receive his certificate, please. Quentin Close. Michael Quinlan. Balin Payne. Noah Kyle. Well done. Bit of inspiration. Jaden Kennedy. Tuck it over your wing. Hayden Wells. We had another student, Anton, whose family just moved to Brisbane, so he couldn't be here today, but he completed the course, so we'll give him a round of applause in his absence, Anton. And Samuel Riley. I'm particularly proud of Samuel. He's one of my students, and Balin, who's been one of my students for a lot of years. But Samuel just completed his application to become a volunteer in the Junior Rural Fire Service this week, so well on the way to employment prospects and giving to his community. Thank you. Thank you very much.